the decision to make data boards here at Rutherford High School was a group effort. We met with the school improvement team and we talked about the fact that I had been to an RTI meeting and that elementary schools had done it. We passed out pictures, and then really there was a leader, her name was Sandy Wilson, on the school improvement team. She found the cutest little rams and began cutting them out, and really that was the inspiration for the rest of us. These boards were created by a group effort. In fact, we even had students who were cutting out our cute rams, and then we had help from the school improvement team, Jennifer Rogers, our literacy coach, Kelly Chisholm. All of those folks worked really hard together to put together what I think is one of the most beautiful examples of our students and where they are. The responses to the data boards were really fascinating. I had thought that when we put the data together from the second DEA test, I showed the first DEA test and I showed the second. I made these really awesome bar graphs, and we laminated them and we put them up everywhere. We put them in the mail room, and we were at the school improvement team meeting where we were talking about this format for showing data. And so I said very excitedly, well, you know, the bar graphs were in your rooms and in your workrooms, so how did that help you in terms of moving your instruction? And the response I got was, well, we didn't really use them that way. And so I was, of course, devastated. But it was really wonderful because when we put these data boards up, right before a faculty meeting, we had all of the faculty come through and began to introduce them to this way of looking at our data, which is really individualized because the students' names are on them, so you can come in and see your student and how they progressed over the year or where they're, you know, kind of stuck. And it was fascinating to watch the teachers come in and say, I didn't realize that, I know that child. And so by personalizing the student and giving them a name instead of just we need to work on discrete math or you know, we need to work on literary analysis, but looking at the students and where they actually are was very motivational for our staff. Well, we put these data boards together starting in January, and so I really feel that we use them, but not to their full potential. Although we're beginning to be able to look at how each student did. We're making individual decisions. Departments are meeting up here in these rooms. The school improvement team is meeting up here in these rooms as we devise our school improvement plan for next year. So in that regard, we are using it this year and gaining a lot of benefit. But for next year, we're going to have department meetings up here. We're going to be having all school improvement team meetings up here, and when we get together to talk about what we're doing, we're going to be able to use these boards visually to look at and determine what we need to do for our individual students, because the reality is that there is a 10th grade group and there is a group that maybe isn't doing well in literary analysis, but when I come over here and I look at my RAM, it's got a name and she's got a face and she's got a real personality, and she's having trouble in a certain area or she's succeeding in a certain area, and it's the person that we need to focus on.